G'day gamers, Boybot here with some Gears of War 3 TDM gameplay which is my very first game, as you'll see here, which I've done in months. As I look at my sensitivity, I think I'll look at my sensitivity coming up here soon, as you can see. First game in months, and I actually forgot I recorded this footage, so I thought I'd use it for this commentary right at you. Now, it's not the best gameplay, I actually do alright, but as you can see, this is what it's like when you haven't played Gears of War 3 for a long time. As the title says, Gears of War 4 Graphical Showcase. So, I read an article today by Eddie McCook from GameSpot magazine, and the title says, Gears of War 4 will be graphical showcase on the Xbox One, producer says. Now, look, if you play Gears of War, period, you should not be surprised by this statement whatsoever. I mean, let's face it, Gears of War 1 fried the fuck out of my Xbox 360 when I first got it. Okay, so it should be no surprise for you there. He goes on to say, graphical showcase for the Xbox One. Rob Ferguson says, deal with the coalition. Yeah, it goes on about that. Delivering the ultimate first 60 frames per second multiplayer experience in franchise history. Really taught us a lot with the Gears of War UE. But Gears of War 4 will be the same at full 1080p, like Halo 5. And it just goes on to say pretty much how it was great graphically for Gears of War, Xbox 360, and Gears of War, you know. Pretty much he just goes on to say this will be setting the benchmark. And the Gears of War 4 is due out sometime this fall. A beta will be held prior to launch. So I've been told, thank you to the Gears of War fans video clips page, that pretty much the beta will be on the 24th of March. So if that's the case, I'm thinking late April, maybe even June for the game's release. You never know, I could be talking complete BS out of my butt here, but I trust those guys. Thank you for your feedback. Now, going back to what he's talking about, the graphics, the full 1080p, 60 frames per second, for all you tech heads out there that love that kind of thing and judge by a video game by the graphics. Not many of us here do that. Oh, I don't really. Because, let's go to Gears of War 3 here, people. Okay, let's just look at the graphics and this. And I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest with you. I think the graphics on this are equal to that of Advanced Warfare on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I'm just saying. The water in Clock Tower 3. Yeah, that's right. Clock Tower 3. Thanks for your head, buddy. Clock Tower 3. In Clock Tower and Gears of War 3, I should say. Sorry, not Clock Tower 3. Well, could be the third version of it. It's pretty much, the water in that is pretty much up there with Black Ops 3 in my view with some of the water. So it's no surprise when they're using the Unreal Engine, and Rob Ferguson, who is well versed in using the Unreal Engine, that it's going to be graphically fantastic and superior to other games in my view. Now, for all those people saying that the Xbox One can't produce 1080 60 frames per second, well, that's a load of bourgeois. Halo 5 did it, and Gears of War 4 will do it. I think Gears of War UE does it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I do believe this, wouldn't be surprised if this does come out on PC. It'd be good to see what it's like on PC. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see. Now, with all this going on, them talking about graphics, and Cliffy B not long ago, a week or so ago, talking about, believe it or not, let's say, the storyline. Fans will love the campaign, and as a lot of people have said, I've seen on different Facebook pages, that majority of people that play Gears of War play for the campaign. Now, they're going to be happy with it, and graphically they're going to be happy with it. But let's face it, most of the people going to be watching this video, and most of the people that subscribe to my channel, want to know what the connectivity is like, what the multiplayer is going to be like. Okay? That's what we want to hear. And that's why we're really chanting at the bits, as we say. It's a term we use in Australia. I'm pretty sure they use it in America as well. That we're waiting for the beta. Because, yeah, I'm happy for the story. I'm happy for the graphics. But I want the multiplayer and the gameplay to be tickety-boo. To be fantastic. While we're doing 6 and 2, I think. Not too bad for a noob. So, what I mean by that, I don't want to see red, blue, COG versus COG. I want to see COG versus God knows what is in Gears of War 4. I really, really do. I want to see similar movement mechanics to Gears of War 3. Yes, if there is double sword off or retro as power weapons, and that's it. I want great maps. I want it to be like Gears of War 3 and Gears of War 2 combined. Now, I played bugger all Gears of War 2 online. I've been told it was one of the best. Gears of War 1, I played a little bit of it. Found it quite hard because I was a noob when it came into online gaming. But I would like to see that. That's what I want to see. So people, tell me what you think. Put what you want to see in the next Gears of War in the comment section down below. What are you looking for? Are the graphics... Of course the graphics are important, but are the be-all and end-all for a franchise like this? Because let's face it, Halo is copped a huge hard knock with 343 Industries, and the Master Chief Collection was a major debacle. Look at that smoke. I was laughing so hard. I should have put my microphone on when I was recording this gameplay, people. I was laughing so hard with that smoke. I was like, man, spot the noob. So that's, it's a major concern. Look at these missed shots. I finally, yeah, there you go. Why not get another kill? That's a concern. Gears of War UE was not really the best. I'm still reading in forums as the latest update, which is coming out, which they're doing some major updates, which is coming out in February. I haven't got the full list of it there. It's in the forum. Most of you will know what the updates are. They've improved boom shot hit detection, I believe. But what I am trying to say is, it wasn't the great. Gears of War UE wasn't that fantastic. Still Gears 1, let's look at it that way. Yes, old mechanics, new graphics, that's the way we've got to look at it, but the connectivity is not the best. Can we make the connection better? Okay? So, Judgment. Great campaign. I thought the campaign, the graphics were great in that game. Multiplayer? Oh. Whoa. Gave me Tourette's. So, they got a lot of competition. Gears of War has a lot of competition coming up. The Division. The beta has something like 1.5 million worldwide, if not more, on the beta this weekend, the open beta. What does that tell you? And that game very, very, very much copies the cover system from Gears of War. So Gearheads, I do recommend you check out the Division. I pre-ordered for the Xbox One. That's what my clan are on. And I'm going to play on the Xbox One. And I'm going to hopefully, I'm not going to read into the negativity of the game. I'm going to enjoy it. I just, going to play for myself, go from there. I played the beta at EB Expo down here in Australia. I played it on LAN when it was a team and the full party out. And I can tell you, peeps, a lot of fun. Very similar cover system to Gears of War. Same as Ghost Recon Advanced, Ghost Recon. The last Ghost Recon had a little bit more simplified. But basically, that's the influence Gears of War's had. Now, I really, really hope that they get Gears of War 4 fine. Now, you've got Cliffy B saying the story's fantastic. You've got Rob Ferguson talking very confidently about it. And in true epic or old-fashioned, they don't really reveal too much until the game comes out. They give you little tidbits here and there. When the game's about to release, they advertise the crap out of it. Then when the game's released a week later, they usually don't advertise anymore. You see the occasional ad here and there. And then they go from the updates here and there. Very different from what other studios do. But they might change it this time because I think Windows is really hoping on this, and particularly the Xbox community, to get this game pumped up there and get the popularity going, as I just totally noob this. I think I get... Yeah, see, look at that. What a noob shot. So, that's what I'm thinking, people. They really have to make it good. I'm impressed and happy, yes, that it is pretty much, I think of quitting here. No, I was going to... I don't know what I was doing, controlling or changing my characters here. But pretty much... I'm stoked that it's 1080p, 60 frames per second, because, that's important to some people. To me, it's not. I still play Gears of War 3 on the Xbox 360, and for all I'm concerned, that is just as good as some of the other games on the PlayStation 4. I'm sick of this fanboy war shit. For PC, man, I would love to see Gears of War 4 on PC. I'd love to see Gears of War 3 on PC. I'd like to see people crank it to the nth degree, because you can see on Black Ops 3 on the PC compared to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, just a little bit extra graphics, and they push the engines to the nth degree, which is what technology is all about. Now, I believe Sin Agony is an Australian here, I've been told in my group there, and if that's the case, well done, mate. I love this little attempt to run out here, and he's like, no guts, no glory, and go for it. So, people, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really helps me see if you can do more content like this. Please subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you mofos on the battlefield.